Auto za nami poleciało.
Speeding can turn an ordinary drive into disaster in seconds. In this dashcam footage, a minivan follows dangerously close behind another vehicle, building tension as it races down the road. Suddenly, the driver loses control. The van swerves, spins wildly, and rolls over multiple times before crashing into the roadside median. The sound of screeching tires and twisting metal underscores.
O, patrz, ty poleciał. Co? Ja p***ole. Auto za nami poleciało. Auto za nami.
The terrifying moment making survival seem unlikely. Amazingly, no one was killed or seriously injured. The wrecked minivan stands as a powerful reminder that reckless speed can instantly lead to life-threatening consequences. Drivers must slow down and remain cautious. Life can change in a single moment, and this dash cam footage shows how quickly danger can appear. On a rainy Saturday morning in North Carolina, severe storms swept through the area as the owner of a brand new car drove along a quiet road with a dash cam recording. Without warning, a massive tree fell and slammed into the windshield with a thunderous crash, badly cracking the glass and damaging the vehicle. The driver's panicked voice captures the shock and fear of the sudden impact as heavy branches strike with force, leaving a tense, breath-holding moment. No one was injured.
That is on my Instagram right now, so.
Glass everywhere.
Fortunately, the tree did not land directly on the roof of the car. If it had, the damage and danger could have been much worse. This close call serves as a reminder of how unpredictable and dangerous severe weather can be, especially when nature strikes without warning. The footage begins on a busy roadway where a truck moves steadily at a moderate speed. As it approaches a bridge, a small mini truck appears ahead, either stopped or moving very slowly. Moments later, another truck passes dangerously close to the mini truck, leaving little time to react. The approaching driver notices the vehicle too late and crashes directly into it. The sound of crushing metal fills the scene as the mini truck is destroyed. Dust settles in the silence afterward. Fortunately, no injuries or deaths were reported, though the severe damage highlights the dangers of sudden obstacles. This alarming dash cam video was recorded in October 2023 on Pineland Road in Sunny Hills, Brisbane, Australia. First shared on Facebook, the footage quickly went viral. Shocking viewers and raising concerns about roadside safety. In the video, a man suddenly steps into the road in front of a moving car, blocking the driver's lane. The driver slows down and attempts to steer around him, but the man shifts position again. preventing the car from passing. Acting quickly, the driver makes a sharp U-turn, moves onto the opposite side of the road, and speeds away to avoid danger. The man's intentions remain unknown, though some suspect an attempted carjacking, while others fear something more serious. Police are investigating the incident but have released few details so far. Authorities are reminding residents to stay alert, avoid suspicious situations, and report unusual behavior immediately. This terrifying dash cam footage was recorded on April 26, 2024 in Lincoln, Nebraska. Capturing a tornado, striking dangerously close to the camera. The powerful storm tears through a nearby building, ripping the large structure apart with ease. Classified as an EF3 tornado, it produced winds up to 158 miles per hour and stayed on the ground for about 8.6 miles as it moved through parts of Lincoln. The video highlights the destructive power and unpredictability of severe weather and serves as a reminder of the importance of emergency preparedness during natural disasters. Tornadoes and other extreme events can cause devastating damage within minutes. Thankfully, the person filming from inside the car survived and remained just outside the tornado's path, making it an incredibly close and frightening encounter. Disturbing dash cam footage recorded on January 24, 2020 shows Oklahoma State Trooper Jesse Gregory conducting a routine highway traffic stop.
Okay, that took a long time. So here's your car back. You're suspended. Okay, I'm not taking you to jail. I'm letting you drive off.
While speaking with the driver through the passenger side window, a speeding SUV suddenly loses control and crashes into the back left side of the stopped vehicle, knocking the officer into the grass. Despite the violent impact, Gregory manages to stand and return toward his patrol car. Remarkably, everyone involved suffered only minor, non-life-threatening injuries. Later interviewed by a news outlet, the trooper reflected on the frightening moment, underscoring how fortunate he was to survive the unexpected collision.
Or anything, I just remember going flying, kind of had some swelling on the top of my arm. I kind of have some purple bruising all through.
Dash cameras often reveal what really happens during accidents, especially when events unfold too quickly to understand in real time. This footage, recorded in August 2020, just after 10 p.m., shows a driver stopped at a traffic light as the signal turns green. Suddenly, a vehicle emerges from the darkness, speeding straight toward him. With no time to react, the dashcam driver repeatedly presses the horn in panic. Hoping to warn the approaching car. Seconds later, a violent collision occurs, sending a strong jolt through the vehicle and causing severe damage. The exact cause of the crash remains unclear, though it's possible the other driver lost control or experienced brake failure. The incident highlights how quickly a calm situation can turn dangerous and why staying alert on the road is always essential. On January 16, 2015, a dashcam captured a crash on a cold, quiet night. The recording begins at a routine traffic stop, but the calm moment quickly turns dangerous when two impatient drivers ignore a traffic light and try to change lanes. Almost instantly, a fast-moving Range Rover crashes into a black car from the left side of the frame. The powerful impact sends the Range Rover spinning out of control, and it slams into another vehicle waiting at the end of the line. The sound of colliding metal, shattered glass, and scattered debris fills the scene. Although the crash looks severe and chaotic, everyone involved survived. The incident remains a strong reminder of how quickly accidents can happen when traffic rules are ignored and why patience and caution are essential on the road. While searching for video clips, I came across live footage from Louisville, Kentucky, showing a terrifying accident on the Clark Memorial 2nd Street Bridge. After a multi-car crash, a semi-truck was left hanging over the edge, supported only by a steel guardrail beam. The driver was trapped inside for more than 40 minutes, unable to move without risking a deadly fall into the water below. Rescue crews responded with remarkable precision, lowering a rescuer down to secure the driver before safely pulling both of them back to safety. The situation was extremely tense, as even a small shift could have sent the truck over the edge. Police later described the driver's survival as miraculous. Although shaken by the ordeal, she remained calm and stable. The dramatic rescue ended safely, preventing what could have been a tragic outcome. This is considered some of the most well-known Bigfoot footage ever recorded, and many people have likely seen or heard about it.
I'm 12 years old, had the farm, daddy's farm, still got the land, and anybody coming on my property looking for no good, I'm going to shoot them.
Absolutely. Whoa, what the heck?
What the crap?
What was that?
Did you see that?
Yes.
Holy crap.
What the heck was that?
That was on 2 feet, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The video was captured in Lumpkin County, Georgia on May 16, 2009. A police officer and a city worker were driving along a dark road surrounded by trees and open fields. They had been talking during the drive. However, when the footage is enhanced, the mysterious figure becomes easier to make out. Many viewers find the video convincing because it was captured by a police officer and witnessed by another person. The officer can even be heard mentioning that the figure appeared to be walking on 2 feet, suggesting it was something unknown. Later, the officer stated that he truly believes they encountered Bigfoot that night. If it wasn't Bigfoot, he believes it was still something unexplained. Now let's look at a frightening close call that happened on Route 51 in Jefferson County, West Virginia on May 26th, 2021. The footage was recorded by a woman named Amber Rice. At the time, a severe storm with winds reaching up to 70 miles per hour was moving through the area. Storms like this can be extremely dangerous, and what happened next proves why. As Amber drives down the road, an entire row of power lines on the left side suddenly collapses, falling dangerously close to her vehicle. She manages to swerve away just in time. If she hadn't reacted quickly, the situation could have been disastrous. Live power lines can be deadly if they come into contact with a vehicle. Even when wires only touch the ground near a car, electricity can sometimes travel through the surface of the road and into the vehicle itself. Two friends were driving through a town late at night along a road rumored to be haunted. According to local stories, a woman dressed in white is often seen walking along these streets after dark. Knowing these stories, the friends decided to record their drive just in case something unusual happened. But later, while reviewing the footage, they realized they had recorded something strange. While driving and focusing on the road ahead, it's difficult to notice at first, But after zooming in and enhancing the image, a ghostly white female face becomes visible. Her face appears pale, with dark sunken eyes and puckered lips, staring directly toward them. Because of the road's haunted reputation, both the drivers and viewers believe the figure might be the spirit said to wander there. This mysterious and unexplained footage was recorded by two men, Pedro and Hector Flores. They were traveling on a long road trip when, only a few hours into their journey, they encountered what looked like a crash scene on the side of the road. Curious about what had happened, they began filming as they drove past. At first glance, the scene appears to be a normal accident, but when zooming in near the train tracks, a strange humanoid figure becomes visible. The unsettling part is that the accident had just resulted in someone losing their life. Because of this, people began speculating that the figure could be a ghost or some kind of manifestation of the person who had just died. Many believe the coincidence is too strong to ignore. Someone dies, and a mysterious figure appears nearby. Let's look at another piece of police dash cam footage. Officers received a call about a man threatening a family with a knife, and they quickly responded to the scene. They encountered a shirtless man yelling angrily while holding a knife.
Drop the knife! Put the knife down! Put the knife down! Put the knife down! Drop it now!
He was clearly dangerous. After a tense standoff, the man finally threw the knife to the ground, raised his hands, and followed the officer's commands. What was meant to be a routine drive to the doctor for Tim Hawkins turned into something far more terrifying. As Tim was driving calmly, a frightening situation suddenly unfolded. Out of nowhere, an oncoming vehicle appeared, continuing straight ahead and ignoring a curve in the road. Time seemed to slow down as the other driver sped directly toward Tim's car, leaving almost no time to react. With his heart racing, Tim swerved sharply to the right at the last possible moment. Narrowly avoiding a deadly head-on collision. Without that quick reaction, the crash could have been much worse. Even so, the impact was severe. The car shook violently as metal crunched loudly. A passerby rushed over to check on both drivers. Tim was injured, and an ambulance soon arrived, its flashing lights casting eerie shadows as he was taken to the hospital. At the emergency room, Tim received 4 staples in his head and underwent a CT scan. We're about to watch some unsettling dash cam footage from a taxi driver in Japan. The video, released earlier this year, shows the driver stopped while waiting for a passenger. He recalled seeing a woman approach the back door and open it, but when he looked back moments later, no one was there. Was he imagining things? If so, how did the door open? Confused, he closed the door and continued driving. Soon afterward, he entered a dimly lit tunnel, and that's when something terrifying appeared in the back seat. A dark shadow shaped like a woman suddenly appeared behind him. When the taxi exited the tunnel, the shadow disappeared, only to briefly reappear again before vanishing completely. The footage is deeply unsettling. The taxi driver had no idea any of this was happening behind him. When the video is enhanced, the woman's face becomes clearer. She appears young, with one eye open and the other closed, her visible eye dark and sunken. The driver later said he felt uneasy during the drive, but didn't understand why until reviewing the footage. He believes the figure may have been the spirit of a woman who died on that very road.